Hi, so welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the Jupyter notebook in your Windows operating system. And in this case, I'm assuming that you are interested on using the Jupyter notebook to run your machine learning problem. So most of the time, you know that if you want to just run your machine learning on your CPU, it can take like, if in GPU it take like 12 hours, in the CPU it could take like maybe 10 days. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can exploit the GPU of your computer to run your machine learning model. So in this case, this video is made for Windows operating system. So if you're using the Windows operating system, this is for you. And if you're using something else, I recommend you search other video online that cover your specific topic. So what I did is I basically made a PDF here that have a guideline of what we need in order to be able to do that. So I did that by myself, and I thought that it was I have to share that with you so that you can use it to do your work as well. So the first thing that you need to install Python. So in this case, I was able to install Python 3.8. So to install Python, you just go on this website, python.org, and then you click on download. If you click on download, you're going to see the different version of Python. So for me, what I did is the current version is Python 3.10, but I use this one. I had some issue with that, but I end up using 3.8. But you can try the 3.10 first and see it work for you, fine. If not, just use the 3.8 as I did here. So I used the Python 3.8 in my case, it worked. If it doesn't work for you, you can try the different version. So I use the 3.8 here, as I said. So what you do is you just click on download. You click on that. Let's say I want the 3.8 here. I just click on download Python 3.8 here. Then you see that you click on the download Python 3.8. So let me go check that. So you go on the download the 3.10 here. You click on that, you can download the 3.10 there. But if you want the 3.8, let me go back and see what you can do to get the 3.8. So for the 3.8, you can download the 3.8 here. Let's say you can just click there, and you see that it's going to bring you to that page, right? But that's how you proceed. So you first need to download Python. Now get the latest version here. This is for the 3.10 here. Now you go back. I assume that you were able to download and install Python. The next thing that you need is you need to let me go down here. You need to download Cuda, right? You need to download and install Cuda. So you go on this website, the Cuda website, which is this website I opened here. You go there. Then you're going to see, if I go back there, let me see, just go on that website, Cuda. Give me 1 second. So Cuda developer, just copy. I'm going to put the link in the comment below so that you can use the same link to download if you need hard difficulty. So when you paste the link, in the link you're going to see this page, right? You click on, you select on window, and then so in the Cuda developer.nvidia.com, you select the window. You select this one is the default one. You select if you're using Windows 10, you select 10. If you're using Windows 11, you select 11. Then you click on that. When you click that, also you choose this one. And then you click on download. I already download it somewhere here, right? And then you click on download. So when you click on that, it's going to download as you see here. So when it's ready, you just click on that, you open it. So when you open it, let's give us a minute. Okay. Scan, done, run. Okay. Pattern. I'm just going to cancel this version. Cancel. So when you click on download, right, it's going to download as here. When it's ready, you click on that, right? I double click on that. It's going to, yes, I say yes. And then it's going to say, I say okay. Then it's going to extract. And then it brings me to this page, right? I'm not going to install it, I already have it, but you have to follow the instruction. So when it bring me to this page, it's going to check the system compatibility. Now it's taking a little bit of time, so yeah, just take okay. Now you see agree and continue this or license agreement. So you go on custom, advanced custom, then you click on next. So you make sure you check this button, then you click on next, then you make sure you check all this, then you click on next. Right, I'm not going to install again because I already have it. I'm just going to cancel. In your case, you just click on next and then keep going until you next until you complete. Then I say cancel. Right now, so when you say next at the end, you're going to say done, and that will be that's it. Now, so assume that you have a Python install, right? I said in my case I was able to use Python 3.8, but if you use the latest version, which is 3.10, and it work with you, that's fine. And then now I go on the next thing that I have to do is I need to create a folder. So you go on the C drive, right? I go on the C drive, which is this one. I create a new folder, so I just create a folder there. In this case, I called something PyTorch test here. So my folder I create mine, I call it PyTorch test here, right? So you create a new folder, you call it whatever you want. I call my case PyTorch test. So you just go when you get on the C drive, you do the right click, then you say new, then you click folder, you put the name of the folder there, you put the name there, then you hit enter if it's saved. I'm not going to create a new folder again, I just delete this, right? But in my case, I create a folder that I call PyTorch test. So remember, this is in the C drive. So I close that. So basically in my step I did this, right? I install Cuda, then I need to download. I also create the folder. I created this one in the C drive. So I did basically the 4, right? The 4. Then I need to create the go to PyTorch page, not this yet. And then I want to download the Visual Studio Code 2023-22. So I copy this, then I go on the browser, I type Visual Studio Code. I think this is the page, but I want to just show you how it look like. So I go on that page, then I select Visual Studio Code 2022, then I download it, right? It start downloading, but I already have that. I don't have to download again. If I try to download to run it, when it's ready, just going to click that. I say yes, right? So, but for me, it's not going to install because I already have it. It's going to go through all this process, can take long for you. Then I already have it, so I don't have to do something. In your case, you're going to have a page where you say continue, and so on, and then you install it. I already have it. I don't want to do that again. Now, when you have Visual Studio Code installed, what you do is let me go on the page again. So we have you install Cuda from this website. We download install Visual Studio Code 2022. We still haven't done 3, but we in the C drive we created this the file that we call MyPythorch test. In my case, I can call it a different name. And then we have to go on the Visual Studio Code page, right? So I go on the Visual Studio Code page. So to go on that page is I can just search on my computer because I already have Visual Studio Code. I just search here, right? You can type whatever Visual Studio Code here, and this will pop up. You click on that. I already have the page open. Then you do continue, right? You just go on continue. Then you have this page, right? When you have this page, so what you do is you go on file. You say new project, right? You create a new project. You make sure you select Python application, which is this, and then you say next, right? You say next. Then you put your project name. In this case, if you use project 3, you just type project 3 there, then you say create, right? But I'm not going to create a project again. I'm going to show you how it works. You say create. I'm not going to create again. I say cancel. So when you put the name of your project there, remember the name of your project because you need that. So I just say cancel here. I'm not going to create that project. But in my case, my project name was I call my project name is a new project. Then in this case I consider location. Yeah, I consider this name my PyTorch environment, right? No, it wasn't this name. I use let me check. This was the page that I created my project there. So in my case, my project name was parameter search. My project name was parameter search. This is some project that I created already, so it was parameter search. So in your case, you have to go here. In your case, let me see. Yeah, okay. In your case, you put parameter search here. So but I use the different name. So in my case, I use parameter search. If in your case you put parameter search, then you create. So when you create that project, it's going to look like this. So let's say I call Python application the name. If you look at the page, you should have a Python application here. It should be here where I have parameter search. You should have Python application. Now, when you create that, I assume that you created that. I'm not going to create again, as I said, because I already have a project there. I'm just going to show you how to use it. Then I say cancel. Go back. I'll just click here to cancel. Now, let me go on that page. I'll close this one, right? So this is assume that you create a project. So you're going to see that project name here, whatever name you chose for your project. Then you're going to also see something like a Python environment. You click on that. You click on Python environment. You do the right click, and then you do add environment, right? You click on add environment. Then you put the name of the new environment that you want to add there. In this case, I use let me show you what I use in this case. So in my case, I use the I use my PyTorch environment, right? So you can just type whatever name you have there. You type whatever name you have there. Let me see there. Yeah, you type whatever name you have there. If I call it, let's say I call it environment parameter search. So on that parameter search, I'm going to create a new environment there. I call it environment 2. So I have to make sure you select chain location, whatever folder you created there. You go there, you click chain location, and then you go on the C drive. You make sure that you select the folder that you created. So in my case, that was the PyTorch test, right? It was PyTorch test. So I had to select that, but I'm not going to select it because I don't want to mess up my environment. So you select PyTorch test. When you select that, you just you select that, you say okay. So I said again here, you go to the C drive, you select the environment that you created. In my case was PyTorch test. If you select that, then you select folder. Then when you select the folder, it's going to change this to whatever you selected. So in my case, the location is the parameter search. So that's what I created for this project. I created parameter search for that environment, that folder. Now you make sure you check make this environment available globally. And then again, you type the same name that you have here, environment 2. I have to type the same name here. I call environment 2, right? And then you say create. When you create that, you are done. So when you create that, I assume that you follow the instruction. Again, what I said is you go, when you create your project, parameter search, you go under Python environment. You want to create a new environment, you just do the right click there, you say add environment. You type the name of the environment on the change virtual environment location. You select this, then you select the folder that we created in the C drive. I said you have to create a folder in the C drive. You select that folder, that whatever you created. So in this case, I create this folder that I call PyTorch test. So that's the folder that I create in the C drive. Then I select that. I have to select. Then when I select that, that will be the location that I select here. But in this case, for this project, I selected the folder parameter search. And you can see that that parameter search is on the C drive, right? Now, and then you also make sure you check that make this environment available globally. You click that, and then you say create. Now, since you created this, the only thing that you need to do is just you have to install some package that you need. So again, you do the click on that, right click on that environment. Now, so when you click that, you are going to be seeing something like this. Now, you click on the environment because you already selected the folder, the location. You double click on that. You're going to see another thing that pop up like this. In this case, I'm using the Python 3.8. You can see that it's a global default, right? I click on that, and then I do the right click again. I say open a command prompt on. So see it very well. So look, you are under the parameter search project. You are under environment. When you click on that, it's going to open a pop-up menu. So this is the subfolder that you created, the virtual environment that you created, and you are using Python 3.8 for that. You do the right click on that, so not on the Python environment, but on the Python. If it's Python 3.10, you're going to see Python 3.10 here. Then you do right click on that. You say open a command prompt here. You click that. Now you have to install some requirement here. So you go back. You need to go to the PyTorch website. So you go on this website. You go on pytorch.org, which is this one. You go here, right? Copy, paste it. Let me go back. You go on that this, let me just go, you go here, right? Now you select pytorch.org, you select get started, right? So when you select that, you're going to see all these things here. So what you need to do is select the LTS, right? You select the window because you are using window. You select pip because you're going to use the pip to install. Then you select the Cuda. So in my case, I was able to install with the Cuda 11.1, and this requires Python 3.8. I don't know if in your case with Python 3.10 will work, but whatever Python version that you have, you try one of these. It depends on which one will work for you. Then you copy this, right? You copy this and you select copy, right? And then you come under the terminal that you open, the command prompt that you open. So you was here, I said you go on the environment, then you double click on Python environment. It's going to give you this. You click on the Python 3.8. In this, if it's 3.10, you see 3.10 here. You do the right click, you say open a command prompt here. Then you type, you paste whatever you copy there, you hit enter. It's not going to, so requirement already satisfied. In your case, you see a lot of bunch of download here. You're going to install a lot of things. It can take some time, but in my case, already have it. So I don't have to install something again because I already have that's why you see a requirement already satisfied. But in your case, you'll see a bunch of downloading happening here. So it will take some time to download. Then I close that. When it's complete, you're going to see that it come back to this command line, and that's complete. You can close it. Now, how to open a Jupyter notebook? And then you do the same thing. You go on the, so in this case, you're assuming that you are able to install, do all the steps that we have here. So basically, the step was you install Cuda, and then you download the Visual Studio Code 2022 via this link. You go to the PyTorch website, which is this. And then you create a Python environment using anyway we explain all this step in the video. Now let's now see how you can run your first program. So you just go under your project. My project in this case is parameter search Python environment. I double click on that, and then I see Python 3.8. If it's 3.10, you go to see Python 3.10. I do the right click on that. Then I say open a command prompt here. Then I type Jupyter notebook. Then hit enter. Now it started the Jupyter notebook right there, right? It started my Jupyter notebook. So this is one of the projects that I had on that. So you can see that I have my project here. So I can run this. This project is indeed using the GPU, and let me this is that project, the same project that I opened there. You can see that's running here is using the GPU, so it takes a lot of time to run. So what I can do is I can stop this one. I stop this, and then I'm going to run the new project that I have here. Let me just run this parameter search. Let me stop this one. Then kernel, restart kernel and run all. Then yes, you can see that's going to run, right? It's running. Yeah, let me see. Stop. Let me see. Kernel, restart kernel and run all. Yeah. And 1 second. Let us see it's working. Why is not working? Okay, let me see. Leave. Shut down. Okay. And then now, why is not working? Kernel, restart kernel and run all. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's working now. You can see that it's working here, right? It's running. Yeah, you can see that it's running here. Now let us verify if we indeed have the GPU. So I can go, if you want to create a new notebook, just go on the file. You say new notebook with the Python override. Yeah, you just go on file, you say new notebook with Python 3. Then I have the new notebook open there. So there's a command online that you can use to verify if you have a notebook. I think it's this one. Let me see. PyTorch. Yeah, if it's the Cuda is available, meaning that you have a GPU available, it's going to return true, else you return false. So let me go on this page, on this notebook, then paste this, then run it. Oh, I need to import Torch. Yeah. Window, the padding is too small for this operation, complete error. Okay. Why is this? Let me leave this. Let me kernel, interrupt kernel, shut down. Yeah. Okay, let me see what is going on here. Normally it's supposed to work. Okay, leave. Yeah, let me shut down everything that's running here. Shut down. Now open another notebook here. Let me just open, for example, this one and see if I run this. Yeah, it's a true, right? That means you have PyTorch. Yeah, we have the GPU available. So that's how you proceed to be able to run your machine learning model on using the GPU of your Windows computer. So thank you for watching the video, and if you like this content, please subscribe to the channel and also share with a friend. And also, if you have a specific topic on which you want us to make some video, we're always happy to help. And then yeah, that's what we have for today. Thanks.